I frequently get asked how carbon credits are actually generated. So, which is a bit again like asking how is wine made. There's a couple of overlapping concepts. For wine, you definitely need grapes, and you need a process to get the grapes into a form of juice, and they should ferment and so on. But there's many nuances depending on the type of wine that you want to make. Now, exactly the same happens with carbon credits, as carbon credits is also not a single thing. There's many different types of carbon credits, and depending which scheme you follow, you actually need to follow different steps. But in general, what one can say between all the different carbon schemes, you basically have got similar concepts. For example, you will need a baseline scenario. So what would have happened in the past? What would have happened if this project did not happen? So let's take recycling, for example. Without a carbon project, as example, there will be reduced recycling because this specific project deals with recycling. Then the project case happens. So recycling goes from a certain pre-existing level to a higher level, which will be the project case. And then the difference between the baseline emissions and the project case emissions will be the emissions that will be claimable under carbon credits. But there'll also be maybe leakage. For example, if you now need to run a recycling plant, there will be maybe the use of baling equipment, which will have more electricity, more fuel, and that is a environmental pollution that would not have happened that you should now deduct from your emission reductions. Another important concept will be additionality. Now, what additionality says is you actually need to do something additional to what you would have done to be able to claim carbon credits. So if you would have done it anyway, why would you need to get carbon revenue? Can be a quite difficult and contentious point. So to learn more about carbon credits and carbon footprinting, carbon taxes, please join us at the Sustainability Institute for the different different courses on offer. There's a carbon footprinting course because it's still important to understand a carbon footprint, how to calculate it before one goes into the second course, which will delve more into carbon credits and specifically how to reduce pollution in such a way that you can get a token to sell, a carbon credit, a carbon offset. And the third course will be a carbon tax course, where we specifically focus on the penalty, the pollution pay principle, and what that could mean for companies. Thanks for joining us in this minute, and we'll see you at the next course.